Hello, and welcome to Nobody Wake the Bugbear. We are playing Bio-Drones and Cryo-Clones by Chrisair. And this is part 3. Josh.
Yes.
Bit less, please.
Yes.
Bit middle, please.
Yes.
Josh.
Yes.
What is Simon doing to your party? What are you doing?
Administering medication, clearly.
Yeah, silently, without explanation.
No, he said this is meant to stop mutations. Don't know what that means, but I stabbed myself. Do you want some?
Well,
I'll give you some.
I don't know about John and Sam, but I'm confident. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're selling it.
Yeah. So it's up to them to feel like that's weird or not for me to just do it without consent.
Yeah. Obviously, Dorian, you're feeling rather non-consensual.
Nah, non-consensual for sure. It's just pairing really strangely with the ominous notes.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any notes, by the way.
Or the creepy messages about something's wrong with Simon and his spider.
I feel
Spencer?
like I deserve a note by default to govern my actions.
Josh is saying this because I forgot to mention something that was in the room he was in, but because of the focal point on the medication he was looking for and the terminal and the critical fail, I considered himself distracted, and that's how I'm explaining my error of not mentioning this thing that was probably hidden anyway. And you would have had to search the room.
Oh, that's fine. I just mean I feel like there's a whole plot point about me that I'm missing.
Yeah.
I need to be doing something by default.
You can explore that.
I'm either doing the right thing.
What's your clues so far?
Of me?
Actually, Simon, you don't know this, but Charlie and Dorian know that you come from the eastern part of the play area.
I miraculously skipped all of that.
Yeah, and instead of talking about it between characters, you're trying to stab each other and don't trust each other. It's brilliant.
I think you're exaggerating, Andrew.
Okay.
He's mutating already.
As
you can see, I have embraced the new flesh. I am just a brain and lips in a jar with robot spider legs.
Okay. Are we ready?
I can't see.
I'm willing to fade John out, so let's go.
Happy is the new flesh.
As we begin part 3 of Bio-Drones and Cryo-Clones.
See, in the first episode, I was a cryo-clone. Now I'm a bio-drone. Remember?
Circle of Life's complete.
Content warning. This actual play may contain adult themes, foul language, violence and gore, sexual references, and all kinds of body horror. Listener discretion is advised. Simon, you are walking towards Dorian with the outstretched arms holding a syringe or a hypospray, and you...
Here, I will administer it now.
Dorian, you're not willing to accept this injection. You hold out your hands. Please roll a contested either speed to avoid or strength to grapple. Contested.
All right.
Okay.
Remember, you can add training and skills to this, your rolls.
So I can add my athletics to this
Definitely.
if I'm using strength?
Definitely, both. Strength or speed. Charlie, we'll just say you're not reacting yet.
I roll with advantage because I get advantage on strength.
It is still 20 minutes. This is the tail end of it now.
Yeah, this is like 5 minutes later.
So I rolled 41 under 50.
I rolled a 7 under 38.
So you both succeed. So it's a deadlock. You go to get Dorian and he holds your arm steadfast. Charlie, what do you do?
Can I react differently? Like, I'm not trying to fight against it.
Yeah, you can diffuse the
I'm
situation.
like, I can inject you first. And then I'll just turn to start going for
Okay.
Dorian instead. It's not really diffusing
Charlie, you mean.
if you're a human, I guess. Yeah. No, Dorian.
I can do it myself.
No, you're coming to Dorian now. Dorian's grabbed you.
No, I was going to Charlie. I was talking to Charlie last time.
Oh, I thought it was me this
I
time.
clearly heard Dorian last time, but
Yeah, because I said to snatch it out of his hand.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were intervening because you were trying to protect your friend.
Yeah. So now I'm on board. Charlie, you get a chance to act because Simon has been delayed slightly, so you may go. What do you do?
I can do it myself. Just give it to me.
Okay.
Okay, here you go. It's sharp.
I take it. I look at it. What do you think, Ollie? Fuck it.
Don't
Jam it in. I jam it in. Is that real?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I was about to say it, but you said jam it in. We want to do it again?
Sure.
Okay. Charlie, you're just about to jam this in your arm,
Yes.
and you hear in your head, "Don't take it.
Why not?
We can be together."
Jam. Overstepping bounds, mate.
And you inject the serum in your arm.
That's not great, Andrew. That's clear indication that I'm going to turn into the Humpty Dumpty, co-joined twins.
You haven't seen that?
Yes, but I know. John knows that that's what you're implying. You son of a bitch.
Okay.
Andrew, are you saying that once again I've chosen the perfect backstory to...
Simon, you have handed the hypo spray to Charlie and he has injected himself. Dorian, you see this exchange. What do you do?
I'm going to hold off for a while,
All right.
but I want to hold on to... Can I keep it until such time as I feel like it's
By
a
all
good
means.
idea to do that?
I already took it. You can take it.
Does Dorian understand what it is that Simon said it is?
I'm assuming that with my reading of the console, that I would put it together.
Yes.
That it's the...
stabilization serum,
Yeah.
which can possibly halt the mutations.
Yeah. And also based on what Simon said around mutations.
Yeah.
So I think I've put that together. So I have an understanding of what it is, but not really how it's been made or if it's...
Not ready to take. Don't trust Simon, so you don't want to take it.
Yeah, and I also don't know, like, at a certain point, if there's diminishing returns on using it. So if I like, a limb becomes spiderized, am I going to take it and still have a spiderized limb? So, yeah, I'm just waiting until I feel like I'm at a
Let's
point
take
where
it
has
now
to
then, I
happen.
guess.
From the research that you read as well, you know the stabilization serum halts the mutation for a number of hours.
Yeah.
But the treatment formula can possibly
it.
reverse it completely or stop it entirely.
Right.
That's what Namali was trying to do. That killed her. And she just didn't have enough samples, she believed, when she died.
Right. Okay.
All right. So where do you go next? The clock is reading hour 3.
To replicate the tone of our previous animated being, I've found something that you might find very interesting. This way, and you'll turn back towards the medical bay.
Okay.
I guess we'll go. We'll follow. As we're going, I'm going to try and explain to Simon what our plan is. We need to fix the jammer, yada yada.
So you head back through the medical bay and all the lights turn on once again.
He's going to get a cigarette, but this time, because I didn't light it last time, so that's probably a good reason why.
You
I
don't
didn't
have a
feel
lighter.
anything.
That's true. Yeah, of course.
And
Find a Bunsen burner.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much in the little
Cauterization. Yeah.
Yeah, in the little kit, and I'll light a cigarette. And I'll breathe in heavy, and I'll hotbox myself in the hazard suit. Just what is it? And it's like, what does it feel like for him?
It just feels like a rush of sensation. You might be coming down from the stimulant.
I was going to say, don't some people on their first cigarette collapse from the head rush? Isn't that like a thing?
Oh, I think he.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Cough up a lung.
I'll just describe it because it's by character, I guess.
Sure, go for it.
I was like, so he has it, and he feels like this weird tingling sensation just behind his eyes, and he's kind of just like, oh, I didn't know that this did things. Oh, I'm feeling like I'm already smarter. The clues are coming together. he's already like 2/3 of the way through the cigarette from like huffing and puffing at it so much.
Sure.
It's accelerated my brain. Does that mean you're smarter? I'm stupid faster.
And he'll turn to the others, and he's got literally just the roach left.
Oh my god.
And he's going, as you'll see on the floor, there's another mutant that I've managed to take the head off. Over in the case, I've managed to take a sample from the bio-drones that were in the other area. That's what I made the stabilization serum from. As you're telling me that there is and I'm trying to remember there is a signal jammer. That means that someone is acting nefariously. Experimentation? Maybe. Are we the subjects? Perhaps.
Let's amend that. Definitely.
There is only one person that has not been in these cryotubes. It's because you get to the butt of the cigarette, it tastes like absolute ass. And he's like, why?
Well, if your helmet's on, how are you smoking the cigarette?
I started telling he's hotboxing, he's lifting it up, having a puff and putting it back down.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. He's enjoying his humanity way too much.
He's going to be like Charlie in the mailroom with Pepe Salvia.
Yeah.
With all the strings connected.
Yeah, we've made that reference before in a previous podcast.
Over and over again. Pepe Salvia's neck is going to get
And because his voice is getting a bit hoarse, I was like, over here, there's another map. There's another map. And this is where the vents are. And he's pointing at the vents that are all over the place. And the secret
does one of
doors
those
and
vents
stuff.
lead to the jammer?
Well,
the foreman,
I don't know.
factory?
I'll leave it to you guys to look at the map. But I'll
don't-
bring the map up for them.
Yeah. Let's check that because we need to go to the factory.
Yeah.
I don't know if traveling through the vents is a really great idea because I feel like we're going to be
It's probably the
real
way-
small and the bio-drones travel through
That'll
them.
be the way the drones move. But the drones aren't hostile, he said.
What happened to agitate them last time? Were we just there?
Well,
Did we shoot them first?
I shot one first.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That'll do it.
So you know that the way to enter the number 6, the refinery, you need to go through that sort of barred door that Charlie unsuccessfully tried to push through last time.
Could always just shoot it open.
But with more of you,
Yeah.
you might think it's an easier job of it. Charlie tried and failed, but
Yeah, I
there's
just tried to
three
shove
of you.
it.
There's 3 of you.
Okay.
Or someone knows about some secret rooms. Simon, there's always going through the parlor and the apartments and through secret doors into the operations, then cutting across into the factory.
Wasn't the parlor where the...
Play.
Yeah, that's where the androids are, right?
Well, that's where he comes from, somewhere in that direction.
Yeah, somewhere in that direction.
It's just a bunch of Simons chain smoking.
What would you like to do? Would you like to attempt the door and pushing through into the refinery?
Well, it says in the room we came from, there's a secret door, doesn't it?
No.
There's a red...
The room that we came from originally.
Yeah,
There's
the
a
room that
red
we
bar.
came from originally, room 0, Grand Hall. It says there's a secret door into the refinery, into the
tunnels.
to the tunnels.
The
from there.
tunnels, yes.
Why don't we try that way?
Into the tunnels, where we can all marry our cousins.
To the Grand Hall?
Well, I guess it's quicker to try and open the door that I tried to open.
Yeah, you go straight there.
All right, let's make that option 1.
Let's try that one.
Let's go.
Secret
Is that
tunnel.
whatever the thing is in there, is it still hidden?
No, it's once it's dead, it's, does anyone else look at the dead creature to go into the medical room? Simon's
That's what
already
you're showing us, right?
been in there.
I showed the creature and I showed the terminal.
The map.
And I don't know if there's anything else in the room of value to us, but those are the main 2 things.
Charlie, as you're looking around, see the dead body. Simon, did you just hoard all the medication? Did you just take it all?
I kind of just took it with me in case anyone needed it, but
Yeah, but did you say you have this stuff?
I didn't tell anyone because I didn't know
Okay.
if anyone was injured.
Okay. You're just holding it to yourself, that's fine. As you look around, Charlie, you find something tucked under a desk. And I will give you a note. Sorry, Simon. You don't know who it's for, it's not for you. But you find a little package.
I'll read this out.
Are you informing us, the characters?
Yeah. I find a sack of ammo and a cleaned revolver tied up like a bear bag. And the note says, "See you, Space Cowboy." So there's a weapon in here.
A revolver.
Revolver. Well, since we're both armed, You can have the gun.
Hang on a minute.
I'm the cowboy.
Simon says, I'm the cowboy.
Are you trained with weapons? Like a gun?
I have military training.
Simon, this gun being shown it and how it's tied up is exactly how you've seen it tied up in one of the shows you've watched.
Yeah. My patch. I'm the cowboy. That would mean that's for me.
So you've been here before. And left us here. Where from? Does that mean there's more guns in the play area?
The play area?
The opposite of the work area?
Why would there be more guns in the play
Or
area?
where else would these come from?
I don't know. I need to think about this, and he lights another cigarette.
As you're talking, the door's open still.
Let's move.
You hear, "Can you leave me alone? Keep it down. Bother me no longer." To the room to the north.
Anybody recognize the voice?
No.
No one? I'm going to walk up to the door.
You walk up to the door that's open. And you see a man strapped to one of the beds. You see an older, bearded man is restrained to a hospital bed. His body is swollen like a stuffed tick, and slimy skin is being strapped down with little crystalline spikes coming out of his shoulders. "The fuck you looking at? Let me out of here!"
I shoot him in the head.
Okay.
He's already mutating.
Okay.
Well, actually, maybe we should ask him questions first.
Too late. First instinct is best.
The die has been cast.
Is that your first instinct?
Yeah.
Roll combat. If you miss, then obviously others can join in.
Unfortunately, it's plus firearms, so that's 15. So, 62.
Oh, God. And, John.
Yes?
Advantage. He is strapped down.
Please roll 2 critical failures.
But you have been told that this is Sergeant Amrit Anchari by the conversation you had with...
Is he vital?
According to the samples that we need,
Wasn't it the detective whose sample we needed to make the...
He's the tube you destroyed.
This one's the tube I destroyed?
Yes.
But didn't the log say the sample we needed was from the detective?
who's
still alive.
From the sergeant.
Well, Detective Fares said that Namali and Sergeant Amrit Achari, sorry, the similar names, they were both mutating, but because Fares hasn't gone through cryosleep, he was fine. So Namali was using his gut culture, taken from his belly, to try to work out this formula, and that Amrit Achari is mutating as normal, and they just locked him up here so he can't wander around, sort of thing.
So me killing him is not going to change much?
No, you know this. You know he's not that important, and you know he's a mutant that's...
Yeah, I'll shoot him.
Yeah, go for it.
What did I say? 63? 61 under 63.
You level your shotgun blast and hit him right in the chest and blow off a wound. You just hear this as he vomits a bit of blood. You son of a bitch! And he starts thrashing on the gurney. Now that Simon and Dorian, you can come and see what's the ruckus. What do? I'll give you a chance to do something.
He's done for, man.
I'll use this. I don't know if I want to use the bone saw or the stun button.
Oh, God.
The stun button.
Okay. You run in and just try to stun this poor man.
2 damage.
Okay. Body
He's gotta
save?
do a body save.
All right, here we go. Failure, 76.
So he's stunned. He's not moving.
Oh, this is the stun baton?
Stun baton.
Okay, stun for 1 round. He's
Oh,
obviously...
thank God, now the restrained man is
stunned.
on escape.
And lastly, Dorian.
I guess I'm gonna...
You can join in, or are you just going to wash your hands of it?
I don't know. I feel like... Do I know who this guy is? I've never seen him before, right?
No, only within the conversation you had with Fares, detective, that they came there as a response team to investigate, and he was a military man, a sergeant, and he went a bit crazy and was mutating, so they strapped him up.
Okay.
They basically said he's off his tit.
All right, well, he's done for. So I'm going to go in there with the combat knife and just finish the job.
He's off his bearded tit, one might say.
Okay.
So now that you're all of one mind, give me one attack, and then I will assume you're able to dispatch him after this.
Okay, remind me what I'm rolling for this again.
Combat
Yep.
with military
And I
training.
got my hand-to-hand.
Hand-to-hand, yes.
So plus 15.
Go for it.
Okay, so it's 27 under 65.
You got it. And you just explain how do you put this guy out of his misery.
I am just going to... Like, how bloated is he? Could I reach his spinal cord from the front with a really powerful stab?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to try and sever his spinal cord.
You do, and his agony just stops instantly as he dies.
See, that's how you do it.
And this fluid just oozes out, this liquid that he's stuffed with, he's bloated with.
Simon, I know your humanity's new, but the stun baton was cruel.
Everyone, take a stress.
I'm at 13.
Simon, you're at about 12?
11.
11?
9.
Okay. So in this room, you don't see much because it was pretty much cleaned out. Yeah, he was just strapped to the gurneys in one of the patient room, screaming to be left alone. He thought you might have been the monsters coming back, the mutants.
Not yet.
And of course, he is stripped of everything. The room's clean.
Okay.
To the north, you see more patient rooms and the morgue.
Got a bad feeling about that place.
So where were we going again? We were going to try and kick the door down, or were we taking
Yeah.
the secret door?
No,
Kick the door down first.
Take the door down again.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, do you want to go north through the morgue door, or do you want to go south through the medical bay
we
door?
might as well go through the morgue door. There must be something
The
interesting.
place you got a bad feeling about. Yeah.
You go to the morgue, and you see the standard sort of trays and lockers where the bodies are stored.
In the land of Mordor.
Go through the morgue door. You see on one of the trays, one of the cabinets, is a little blue heart in blue paint.
Can I open it?
Sure. You go to open it, slide it out. You see the body of a woman. Her bronze skin is tinged cyan, sticky with the same blue scum from the incubation tubes. And it looks like the description of Dr. Chantin Namali. Would you like to open some more cadaver?
Did she have a tube?
Yes.
Was that tube still intact?
No, it was
Sabotage.
sabotaged or broken, and she would no longer, her treatment failed, and she was no longer able to resurrect every
It
few hours.
wasn't me.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll open another one.
Okay. It's empty. Open another one. It's empty. You open a third. You open a fourth. You open a sixth. And you see, roll a sanity, as you see the body of Charlie Valentine staring up at you. Growing out of his shoulder is what looks to be another face.
That's a failure. A 41 over 20.
Please take a stress. You quickly shut it.
Yep.
You quickly shut it. Charlie, Simon.
They're all empty.
All right. Well, seeing as death is not permanent, that makes sense to me.
Except for Namali, who failed her treatment.
Yeah. Well, that's not a good sign, is it? Let's hope we can fix that.
But you know her note, or one of you know, that she said, get more samples, and
Yeah.
it should be better.
Bio-drone samples or cryo-clone samples?
Yeah, was that specified?
No, I just said more samples were needed.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's confusing.
It lists some possible samples.
Oh,
You were talking about the treatment serum, not the... Oh, sorry. What was it? The stabilization serum
Yeah.
you were making, but the other one is the treatment formula.
yeah, the treatment formula said you needed more samples to figure out, but I didn't see any suggestions of what samples were actually needed.
It said, Sleeper Crew, I've prepared the portable synthesis lab we built. Bisher's donation lent us only one gut cell culture. Each gut cell culture allows you one attempt to concoct
Ah, so we need him to poop a bit.
the formula.
No, it'll be cutting him open.
If you fuck up the treatment, I'm not sure Bisher can survive another field surgery.
Yeah, you gotta cut him open.
Don't kill him, please. If I'm not here, that means something was missing from the treatment. Add more field samples, and the mobile lab will take care of the rest.
So what does that field sample mean?
The field samples are... There are 4 different field samples. You can search her corpse in the medbay morgue. Something referred to as the mother, in quotation marks.
Of course.
The untainted source, question mark.
I'm assuming that's Bishop.
And Chen Ting's clone.
Oh no. That's the despot guy, right?
That's the despot leader that was deposed 100 years ago in the rebellion.
Oh, he must be around here somewhere.
She,
Sorry.
Chen Ting.
All right, well, I'll communicate those things.
Sure.
And then I'll take a finger from Dr.
Namali?
Namali.
Okay, you got another sample.
Doesn't even have to be the whole thing. It can just be a piece of the end.
Write down 2 samples, I believe you have right now. No. Yes, 2 samples.
One's from a mutant and one's from the doctor. So are they different?
You can do another serum, a stabilization serum, if you run out. You've got plenty. But you've got some more of the gut culture, and you've got now another sample of Namali. So you've got 2 samples of the formula samples.
Okay.
The good one.
That we need for the treatment.
Yeah, because I want to do the treatment.
To try to stop it entirely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Try the door.
Yeah, we're all going to kick it.
All right, another 15 minutes goes by.
All right, Spencer, you're up. I'm going to see if Spencer can try and get into the... is it an electric door?
You think so, but because of the power's out, most of the place, it does have manual opening. It was just, he couldn't get through it. It was stuck. We're not strong enough.
I was going to see if Spencer could get some of the wires connected.
What skills does he have?
Is it computers? Yeah, computers.
So you can crawl into the little terminal and try to hijack it. Describe what happens. What do you do?
Well, being like a little spider, he's going to like eke his way into the corner.
So Simon draws out this spider.
Yes.
Charlie and Dorian see it.
Yeah, we're gonna look at each other.
And what do you do?
Just
waiting.
What
You
do
waiting?
they do?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got to crawl into like a terminal, right?
yeah.
About to. You gonna let it?
I'm going to let him crawl onto the terminal.
It goes onto the terminal and then begins crawling in a crack in the side. You open it a bit for him with a screwdriver or whatever you can find. And
I'm going to stab my knife down into Spencer the spider.
Okay, here we go.
I'm a bit confused about this part.
Your spider has stats, does it not?
Yes, it does.
The note that said kill the spider seemed kind of mean-spirited to me. It seemed like it was like, hey, remember to kill the spider.
But it was from the doctor.
But the doctor
What's
was
she
like...
got to get out of it other than to fix the
Yeah,
problem?
it was from Dr. Damali.
That's my thing. Is why would she put that in there?
All right.
Did say make sure to kill the spider, didn't it?
So if you miss, the spider will be unharmed. But if you hit, it will take some damage. Let's go.
30 under 65.
Okay, you got it. Mr. Spencer, was it?
How much damage do you do?
Combat knife?
Combat knife. It's an organic spider, is it not? Bio sort of...
It has health and wounds.
It does, it does. It's got 10 health and 1 wound.
Yep.
Sorry, what die am I using for damage?
10?
Thanks.
Combat knife, sorry. 1d10 with advantage.
Okay.
So roll twice,
Wait
take
until
the
all the rolls have happened before I inadvertently tranquilize you and dismember you.
That's fine. That's fine. 6?
It takes 6 damage and it does not die. And we go on to Simon. Or Charlie. What do you do? Jeez.
No! and I'll just kind of push Dorian and go to shoot the tranquilizer gun.
Okay. So I believe you can go now and roll it. Try to trank Dorian. Spider's still alive, sitting on the control panel, a bit damaged.
I mean...
And then sorry, Charlie, you can go last and that will be one
look,
round.
It's a miss. Oh, is it? No, it's not within 20 minutes yet anymore.
No, it's gone now. Yeah, your
Yep.
advantage.
So it's a miss for the tranquilizer gun.
Please take a stress. Also, does any conditions come into play when someone fails a check? John?
Is it a check or a save? You said it was a save.
It was a save that they got to fail for me to
Is that deflated?
increase in
Fails a
stats.
save. You are correct.
So not yet.
Simon, you have not rendered Dorian unconscious,
And I'm going to take Spencer back.
and you take Spencer back. Charlie, it is now your turn. End of the round.
So you didn't hit Dorian with a tranquilizer?
No,
I
missed.
missed, and then I went straight to Spencer to try and collect him.
Okay. I'm not going to react.
We had a deal.
I never agreed to kill the spider.
Yeah, I don't think the deal included animal abuse.
All right, if you want to both hold what you're doing, you can talk to each other.
Okay, look,
Simon's going to walk away.
there's a reason for this.
And Spencer. Are you okay, Spencer?
Did you read through all the notes on the terminal?
Are you asking Josh?
I'm asking Simon.
I don't know. Simon started walking away. Are you going after him to ask?
Yeah.
You can hear.
Okay.
You can hear.
Yeah, you haven't left the room yet.
Oh,
Well, I am.
make a sanity save because your creature has taken damage. Sorry? It's organic, right? You just take
Yes.
1 stress right now. It's sanity if a synthetic gets hit. So as you're walking away, Dorian,
Did you read all the notes on the terminal?
I read what was important, and
There was much more important. I'm not saying what you read wasn't important, but
You
there was
leave
also
Spencer
equally
alone.
important things on there. Look, the doctor says that the spider needs to be dealt with because it has some impact on how this is going to happen. You can read it on the console for yourself if you don't
Simon
believe me.
runs away.
okay, Simon, his arms are both sides. Yeah.
Naruto running out of the
Yeah.
room.
Okay, and the situation diffuses.
Look, I saw my opening and I took it.
Yeah, and we once again split.
Well done. Now it's going to have to be my job because he's going to be nervous around you.
It was your job and you left me hanging.
I don't...
Anyway, let's kick the door down.
Do another, do one more time.
You haven't taken the injection, have you?
Nope.
Yeah, I hope you mutate.
Yeah, I'm waiting
Dorian.
for the anus mutation specifically.
Dorian, as you go to help with this door,
Dorian.
Dorian, as you're helping with the door, Dorian, you look down at your hand and your muscles in your hand begin to squirm like there's worms under your skin. And you start to feel a crick in your neck, and suddenly the rage of what's just happened builds up in you. Make a body save with advantage.
Okay.
Am I seeing this happen?
Yes, Simon, as you're walking away. Actually, Charlie, you look at Dorian looking down at his hand, and you remember the hand that you picked up earlier is Dorian's hand. Love how this game works sometimes. Because you're witnessing the exact thing that's happening that might cause him to cut off a hand.
Yeah, with the bone. Where's the bone saw?
Anyway,
Yeah.
as Simon's walking away, we cut back to Simon. Simon, your full body begins to ache and you feel feverish. You start sweating. You're not sure if it's a side effect from all the chain smoking you've done,
Yeah.
but you feel sweaty and feverish as you storm off. John, you feel this as well.
I think I'm crying.
Yeah. Actually, no, John, you don't feel this yet.
I don't. Okay.
Sorry, there's a lot of... Not only have you stopped the serum, you've stopped the serum at 2 separate points.
Yeah.
You've delayed mutations.
Marvelous.
If I start mutating, I'm blowing my head right off. And see you guys in 6 hours.
Literally all three of you have different timelines. Okay. Dorian,
My body save was 12 under 38.
you pass and you're able to quickly shake it off and they start to subside.
Weird.
Curious.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Try to open the door. Charlie.
Sorry?
Oh, nothing. it's
What was
fine.
that? Are you alright? You might have taken the jab.
I don't know. Did it work? You feeling anything?
Well, I'm feeling a bit sick, but...
No mutations.
Oh, no, I don't feel sick. I feel fine.
Well, you feel a headache,
Yeah.
but you're not feverish or mutating yet.
Yeah. Which reminds me, does anyone have a pen?
Sure, there's definitely pens in the lab.
I'm going to find a pen.
Of course you find a pen, Charlie. You writing a little note for yourself?
I'm writing a note for myself.
You're going to tell the audience, or you don't want the other people to know either?
I'm writing it to myself, yeah.
And then I believe you can go through the door if you both push on it. You want to try?
Yep.
All right. With both of your strengths, you manage to go, and the door inches open, gets resistance, but then it starts getting smoother and smoother, and you hear this cacophony of noise as the door opens. And you see into this vast refinery. And we cut to Simon.
Simon's going.
Where are you running to, Simon?
Simon's going to go through and try the.
The parlor? Return to whence you came, Simon.
It's either going to be the play or the secret door. So I feel like he's going to try the secret door first.
Okay, Simon. You Naruto run. Tears running down your face. Feverish.
Even though it's actually sweat.
Yes. And you go to where you thought that secret door is. And behind the panel, these vistas of forest and things like that, you see a blast door, like a huge industrial 10-meter tall door spanning almost half the length of this wall. But you do not see a control panel or any such thing that's accessible.
Okay.
Looks like completely shielded blast door, meaning very, very hard to get through, designed to lock off this area completely. There might be controls in a remote location.
I will, for now, sit down with Spencer and I will feed him like an auto med.
Stim pack?
Stim pack.
Stim pack. You may...
Can a spider have that?
It's biological, so I'm guessing it would work.
It'll just be like how you.
Does he have to bite
use
into
a
the
droplet.
stim pack or whatever?
It'll be like how when you give medication to like cats and birds, sometimes you'll make a little mixture in a syringe and then you'll like slowly feed it. So I'll do that with Spencer.
Should I make him roll intellect to make sure he doesn't poison the spider, or should I just let him do it? I think we can just... The man's pet has been... You just want it dead, don't you, Sam?
Kind of, yeah. Honestly, it's wigging me out. I
We'll
don't
give
know
him
what's
the
gonna
benefit.
happen.
So mean.
Give him the benefit. Refinery. We cut back to the refinery.
Just play it cool.
So this massive industrial plant is at full power. It is carved into this heart of the mountain. Its ceiling over 20 meters high, and the acrid and musky garlic stench of unventilated metal refinement burns your nostrils. Overhead, you can see above is a whirling thwack of meaty propellers. Dozens and dozens of bio-drones fly about the roof, busy with their incessant labours. It is brightly lit and bustling area, and you see, just as the door opens, floating above either side of the door, is two of these sentry drones on either side. They turn towards you and then do nothing. You have not seen these before. It looks like they are bolted to the floor and there's tracks where they go. This looks to be like a guard post. And they've got this weird orifice on top, just oozing foam. This white sticky foam is just oozing out of it onto itself. What do you do?
I'm going to very slowly.
Sorry, one more thing.
Yes?
Just past those sentry, I will call them, because they look like turrets on a little base. I do believe you see mutants.
Oh, great. That's problematic.
So you just see one of them, one of the hunchback ones, milling around to the south. But you cannot, unless you enter the room, you can't see much other than that.
This is where we think the jammer is, or we got to go through
We're
here
going
to
to go
get
through
the
here
jammer?
to get to the
This is the
jam.
refinery. To the north is the factory.
Okay, so
Just try and run.
can we use our military training to, you know,
Yeah, try and stealth.
be stealthy Marines?
Yeah, you can try to be stealthy. You want to enter the room?
Thoughts, Charlie? Is this the plan?
Would this make you afraid? Seeing dozens and dozens of these creatures flying about.
I'm not scared of the bio-drones.
So you see those scavenger creatures you see them picking up scraps of flesh and metal and depositing them into these crucibles, which are just open vats of molten metal.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them lining up this gated path to the north. And it looks like they're channeling these materials from each crucible into the north to the factory.
I find them off-putting, but I haven't personally been attacked by one.
To the east of those crucibles, you see, to the northeast, you see an industrial-grade incinerator burning rubbish and refuse. And at the center of the refinery, you see a circle of terminals. It looks like, from the distance, filled with metallurgic readouts and material requests for each sector. And you see those samplers with the giant arms come and go and entering information.
It's pretty gross, but I feel like this is the time where military training kicks in, and it's like you kind of compartmentalize that, and you're like, okay, we've got a mission to execute.
Yeah.
I will mention something that I should have mentioned, but the characters have it. That's why you're going this way. Detective Fares gave you a factory keycard reactor, because obviously he wants you to do this. He he gave you a keycard to do that. He gave you some radiation pills for each of you, which work at disadvantage because they're expired, but better than nothing. And he wants you to shut down the reactor. That'll shut down, hopefully, the jammer, and then he's going to call for help from where he is, correct? That's the plan?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why we need the radiation pills, is because we're shutting down a reactor.
Well, you wanted to go to the factory to try to shut down the jammer,
Yeah.
and he's saying, turn off the power. Here's a card to get there.
Yeah.
Or you could go to the foreman's office. But he wasn't able to get there because of all the sentries and the, But these things have not attacked you.
Yeah.
And that's all in the same direction, though.
To the north.
Okay, well, yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay. You enter the room.
Wait, just before we go, I'll leave this note somewhere.
Okay, you stuff the note. Where do you want to stuff it?
I will stuff it. I'll put it in. How far are we from where we woke up? Not that far. It's just a room down, right?
Oh, it's hundreds of meters.
Okay, well, if that's the case, somewhere in this room. Let's say...
The labs.
Yeah, let's say near one of the smashed tubes.
Go for it.
And the note says, Dear Mock Turtle, once you were a real turtle, but now that you've left the arms of the Duchess's nurse, you're eating biscuits, you piglet. One side of the mushroom will make you smaller. You must only join the caucus race. Happy unbirthday.
Nice. And you enter?
Yeah.
You enter the refinery.
I will understand exactly what that means. That's full code.
And we pass back to Simon. Another 15 minutes has gone by.
Having spent some time with my spider and tending to his wound, I will make my way through the only other option available to me, which is the play door.
You go through the play door. You open the door. And you see into this parlor. It's brightly lit, bluish light illuminating this large recreational area.
Oh, sorry, before I do, I'm going to put Spencer in the vent. That was would have been above the door.
Put Spencer in the vent, sir.
How you climb up there?
How high is it?
15 meters?
Can Spencer climb up the wall?
Yeah, can Spencer just climb up the wall?
I guess so. You send Spencer into the vent.
I want Spencer to go to the operations room, so Spencer, you need to go to the operations room in case I don't make it.
It has no idea where that would be or how to get there.
Am I smart enough to know that?
You're what's your intellect?
Look, I am very smart.
Yeah.
But you've watched too much anime, you've got brain rot. You think that you can tell animal companions where to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've seen the map, but you don't know what's in the vents. It could be, it's hundreds of meters,
All right, we'll say he's smart enough to figure that out. And
he doesn't technically know what operations means or is, right? It's a spider. He can do basic hacking.
Well, there's only one
computerized.
room through there, but I want the spider to basically unlock everything.
Every terminal it passes?
Sure.
This sounds like, I'll do it, but it sounds like hours and hours. Like D10 hours.
I think it's like here's something to do so that no one stabs you.
Okay, yeah, sure. So let's roll it. Roll a D10. No, you can't know. Yeah, you won't know because the distances and what it's
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You might just randomly hear things being shut down. So anyhow, do you enter the parlor?
Yes.
Let me bring up what you see.
It's just a bunch of signs.
Rows and rows of Simons.
So you see illuminated power with these blue LEDs around the room. You see to the north some sort of door that's closed. To the south you see a bar, like drinks and things like that. You see pine green velvet curtains that drape across a doorway to the north. South is a bar, and the rest of the parlour is furnished with dark wooden tables and chairs facing a stage, which you can see to the southeast.
Sure, I'm going straight for the Wizard of Oz.
Cool. Funny.
Behind the green curtain, in case
Sure.
yeah.
As you make your way across into the room,
Look at the intertextual references. I've got
yeah,
Alice in Wonderland, you got Wizard of Oz.
this creature appears and charges at you.
Whoa!
And you see this 3-meter tall chimera with
Sorry.
ox horns, 3 eyes,
Was
and
it invisible?
a lion's face appears in front of you, stamps its hooves, and hisses at you. And below its dorsal horns, you see 3 more eyes, and acting like a feline, it comes down into a pounce. Please make a sanity save.
Was it invisible?
It's got like ethnic flair. It looks like a jade sculpture.
Yeah, no, I definitely fail.
Okay,
I don't think it's very hard to succeed sanity.
it is for your character.
Yeah.
You failed.
Yeah, so I'm adding a stress.
Add 2 stress.
Add 2 stress, okay.
As this creature pounces on you, runs up, and then phases straight through you.
It's a hologram. It's only a hologram.
And disappears.
Boo.
And to the south, you hear laughing.
Charlie?
It's a blue meanie.
And popping up behind the bar is a beautiful android woman. Copper-skinned, factory blonde, blue-eyed luxury companion android.
Do you feel like a real boy?
Oh, I got you. Good. Another one. Come, have a drink. And she pours this drink into a glass, and the glass just goes as she swigs back this imaginary holographic shot. Come and have a drink.
He's going to lean into his normal behavior and just go straight through the green curtains instead.
You're just bypassing her completely? Okay. Oh, please, Simon, come back. Have a drink with Ario. Good old Ario, please.
So,
There's nothing for you there.
how do you know my name?
Come, have a drink with me.
How do you know my name? And he's like pointing the tranquilizer. Wait, no, and he's like, no, that won't work. It's a robot.
Who are you? Who do you work for?
You want to hear, Charlie? Shut
I
up.
know. Sorry.
You're not going to stab my spider too, are you?
No. What have you done with the uglies? I see you managed to shake them off.
Uglies. Uglies.
I see you've solved your whole ugly problem.
Ugly. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
The mutation thing.
What do you know?
What do I know? And she pours her a drink and sculls it. I don't know
Anything.
Well, that's not good to me. And he keeps going back through the curtain.
Okay. You leave her alone and she just laughs. How does it feel to be a meat bag? As you disappear.
And yeah, as he goes through the door, he yells out, "Fantastic!"
And shall we keep going?
I don't want to take too much time from the others.
They've had their time.
Okay. Is this the curtain?
This is the curtain into the drawing
Yeah.
room. Oh boy, that was good. Your Wizard of Oz reference and the literal holographic head,
Yeah.
the wizard, trying to pounce on you is just amazing.
There's so much textuality going on here.
I'm glad it was you.
I'm waiting for the lollipop guild.
So you enter the drawing room.
Just need to see Liu Chin
Chanting.
with crushed under a house.
Oh, because you're the Tin Man, and if only you had a heart.
Aww.
You see the once vibrant colours have been siphoned of life by dust and time. The walls curve around into defiled nooks, and the sofas are torn apart and toppled. You see splintered wood and broken glass litter the sodden, musty rugs. And to the... Have you seen the updated map?
Yes, the one with the secret doors and vents.
Yes, so to the west and the east,
There are meant to be 2 secret doors.
the crack of light come through.
Yeah. So I'll go for the 2 secret doors.
Which one? Left or right?
Let's go-
West or east?
Let's go west first.
So you move through there. This looks like a secret door, and if you pop through, it seems to lead into another small room of the door you passed before. And this just looks like a waiting area or a sitting. It's an extra storage.
That doesn't seem useful.
It just looks like secret access from the drawing room. So maybe it's like a serving for the servants.
Sure. I'll go through the other one then.
You go back through the other one. And in this one, you see a secret corridor, a doorway that is firmly closed.
And I'll go through it with my weapon ready.
Like a noir detective.
Yeah, exactly. If I find a fedora hat, life made.
It's over for you.
Yeah, it's over for you. You head into this corridor and just darkness to the north.
I have a headlamp.
You do, from your hazard suit.
Yes.
And we fade out. And we come back to Dorian and Charlie.
Right, let's go.
Yep.
To the south, you see the other mutants hanging around this darkness leading into the tunnels, pitch black, and they're just mewing out the front of it.
Good thing we didn't go that way. All right, should we make a speed roll?
Yeah, we're sneaking marining up.
Sneaky marining,
Sure, as you're sneaking, roll speed,
speed,
and you
plus
see,
military training.
as this is happening, you see the clones, the mutants that you now know of mutated versions of yourselves, laughing as they jump up, and one of them, the spider-eyed one with the elongated fingernails, jumps up and captures a bio-drone, and they just begin eating it. The other drones just go and just fly away. They try to defend and then flee.
That's a baller.
How do the soul drones not just shoot the mutants?
They're not. They're not.
Yeah.
Dorian,
I failed.
take a stress. Charlie,
63 over 47, I failed.
you travel upwards. And as you're making this noise, although there's a cacophony here, right?
Yeah.
But let's say something doesn't hear you, it sees you.
Okay.
One of the mutants, the hunchbacked one, turns and looks right in your direction, Charlie. And you, Dorian. And its unhinged snake-like jaw rattles like a rattlesnake. And it goes back to eating the corpse of the bio-drone. You pass by all these ring of terminals. Would you like to take a look as you're passing?
Sure. I'll have a look at a terminal.
All right, let's go. One moment.
Do you know what my plan was going to be?
Yes.
Figure out which one was me and throw my jar at it. See if there's anything left inside there that would recognize the jar and get distracted.
You sit down or look at the terminal, and down in front of one of the keys is a note. Do you take it?
Yes.
Okay. He's clutching. He's,
Give me.
gimme.
Give me that plot. Tasty plot.
I hand John a note. Stuck between the keys of a terminal.
I will tell the audience.
Sure.
But it's no use now, thought poor Alice, to pretend to be two people, while there's hardly enough of me left to make one respectable person.
And as that's going through your head, you hear another voice. Eat me. Eat me. What does Charlie do?
I pulled the little jar out of my pocket.
Yes?
Where's the incinerator?
One to the north is one of these crucibles. To the northeast, where these scavengers are depositing material.
I've had a thought about your jar as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the few untainted samples in this place.
It is an untainted sample of DNA.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on your
It's a bit long
definition
dead.
of tainted.
It's a bit long dead.
I wouldn't call
though.
it fresh.
It's like in formaldehyde, and it's been.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't call it fresh.
Whether or not it's a fresh sample, can I throw it into the crucible from here?
Sure can. You walk up to it and just chuck it.
Before I do that, I say to myself, over and over and over again, the Caucasus race we go, over and over and over again. And then I throw it bitterly into the furnace.
And at that moment, as you approach close enough to throw it, a swarm of scavengers. No, a swarm of the sampler ones you've seen.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen these before, actually. You've seen a scout and a scavenger. You see something different fly towards you. You see a same quadcopter-like drone, but in its arms are utensils and bone saws and scalpels as they descend upon you. What do you do?
Descending upon me?
Yes,
After I
all
threw
of
it?
you, both of you.
Run.
You run,
Yeah.
both of you.
Yeah, that sounds like a
You
solid
start
plan.
running north
Yeah.
or west out of the room.
If we shoot it, they're all going to descend on us.
Yeah, we
and
need
the
to
sentries
get-
will kill us.
We need to go to the
Northwards.
to
Okay.
shut down the thing.
You start running northwards, and you see two sentries guarding that door as well. And as you run, these things descend upon you and begin tearing at your armor to get fleshy bits of skin exposed. Please roll, both of you, a body save each. Also a fear save.
Andrew. Fear save as well.
Yes, please.
Imagine rolling the mech suit and chain gun on this one.
Okay, well, I failed the fear.
Okay.
Okay, my body was a success. 18 under 38.
And on my body's save was an 11 under 30.
Critical success. You can minus a stress.
That's bad. My fear is an absolute failure. It's 84 over 41.
You fail. Take a stress. John, how was your fear?
Well, it went down. Well, I failed my fear, so I moved up to 14. But then you said I could go down because I had a critical success. But then I
Sure.
watched you fail, so it goes up to 14 again.
And we've entered hour 4 hours and 45 minutes. You make it to this door, and in the south, you see behind a chain link fence some sort of all-terrain vehicle and an exosuit loader. Get away from her, you bitch! But lament as you're not able to
Yeah,
counter it.
Can't do it.
You open the door and you head into the factory.
That'll be the next clone. You can go and get that one.
What set them off?
And we fade out.
Maybe me throwing it? I don't know.
Simon,
Yes.
as you're walking through,
Well, I was going to try and get to the end and then sit down and make another sample.
sure, but you don't know how long it's delayed.
Mm.
It was an hour, and we're into hour 4.5 now.
Mm.
So technically, you're experiencing symptoms of 3.5,
Okay.
and I believe so is John. And since we've been into hour 4, Dorian, you're experiencing hour 4 as normal. So Simon, you're still feeling the full body aches and fever.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make another stabilizer thing because they have the other one. So I want to make a new batch.
Oh, you gave it to them?
Well, I thought I kept it, but
Dorian's
I wasn't sure.
got
We
it.
didn't figure out whether or not.
took it
Dorian
back?
said that Dorian. Yeah, Sam said
Oh,
that
you
Dorian
didn't give
kept
it back, yeah.
Yeah, so Charlie took it to give himself the shot, and then Charlie gave it to Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to make a new stabilizing serum
Okay.
so that I could try again.
It takes about half an hour, remember? Do you want to do it? Where do you want to do it?
Well, I wanted to do it at the end of the corridor, not where I am.
Yeah,
I want
sure.
to go through to the end.
Let's go. So Simon, you
At the end of the Yellow Brick Road, one might say.
you creep through this corridor.
Through the dark forest.
Yeah. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
Puppies.
Oh, dude, they're flying monkeys.
Yep.
The drones are the flying
Yeah, they
monkeys. Sorry, Sam doesn't get any literary references. Should have prepared. No, I'm saying you should have got your.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't get it. I'm saying you haven't received
I
any.
haven't got my own.
Yeah.
So you said you head through tens of meters through this. concealed-
Tens?
Yes. Literally tens of meters.
Literally dozens of us.
There's literally
There's literally dozens of us.
twos of you. Twos and twos and twos of you. There's what, like 6?
You get an urge as you're creeping through this. You get a very, very powerful urge. And you feel that you finally understand everything. You finally know what's happening. All the answers to your questions can be found in the tunnels. And you must take the crew there as soon as possible. What do you do?
Well, I need to live long enough for that to happen, so I'm still going to make the serum.
True, but this is a compulsion.
Well, if I'm following the compulsion, I was going to try and still go to the operating room, see if I can find surveillance cameras and find out where everyone is.
Sure. So you have 3 possible options to ignore this order.
Huh?
I'm just saying, if you want to fight the order, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Let's just roll a sanity save.
A sanity save. That's the one I'm going to fail for sure. Yeah. 49 over 14.
Okay, you fail. First off, you get stressed.
Yep.
You get 2 stress,
2 stress.
and you panic.
So do you stress and then get 2 more stress?
No, you
3
stress and then panic.
Oh.
So add your stress and then
So
roll
two stress and a panic.
Yes, please.
All right. 13.
Is that a...
Under 17, yes.
Okay. Ooh, 17. Death wish. For the next 24 hours, John, you're breathing. For the next 24 hours, whenever you encounter a stranger or a known enemy, you must make a sanity save or immediately attack them.
Okay.
Stranger or known enemy. As you walk through this tunnel, you go north and you see this little apartments and crown complex where these little hidey holes are. Maybe where people do dealings or they can sit at a small table and talk privately. Thank you, John. Where people can sit and talk privately. Littering this secret passage are the long dead bodies of dozens of androids. At least 100 years old.
And they look like...
Base level, varied android servants, perhaps.
Okay.
100-year-old at least, perhaps. Old androids. Roll of fear.
I feel pity for them because I'm no longer an android.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, literally, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, sucks to be you. I won't run out of power.
All right, I guess now that you've become accustomed to your situation, maybe this wouldn't scare you. Yeah?
I'm feeling more relief that I won't just be abandoned like some android.
Yeah.
I'm not a thing. I'm a he.
We can go with that.
My pronouns are now he, him.
My pronouns are now flesh and blood.
Yes. That's good.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
So you see into these rooms, you see kill holes.
Kill holes.
So into those
Literal murder holes.
murder holes installed into this secret passage
That's
into
where
those rooms.
You would normally put a rifle through to kill people.
Yes, so it looks like these private rooms were set up with kill holes in them.
Yeah.
Meaning obviously people would come to do deals and could just be shot and assassinated through this dictatorship,
Brilliant.
brutal dictatorship that this company was
Awesome.
doing on its people.
It's going to tranquilize
Efficient.
us through a kill hole.
Oh, and then I can take you to the tunnels. Great suggestion.
And
Very helpful, very efficient.
you see into the den as well. And you see a woman. A stranger, you might say.
Oh, no.
And I'll just explain.
Please do. I'm waiting to get to the end so I can sit down and make this fucking stabilizing serum.
You might not have time anymore with a compulsive order. We'll find out. You see a cozy hunter's lodge trapped in a forever autumn. And you see hybrid animal trophies emptied of their false eyes, and they adorn the walls. You see a great number of them look human. And walking around the room is a woman.
Oh, we've seen Dr. Namali's face.
And this isn't Dr. Namali. You see this woman with long black hair, young, Asian descent, as she is walking around this area, going about some sort of business, reading perhaps. To the north, you see what looks like to be an ancestral reliquary, ceremonial armor, and ancient-looking weaponry, ceremonial military dress, and replicas of old combat gear from this long since fallen dictatorship. What do you do? Oh, I believe you have to make a save. Yes. Death wish. Sanity save, or immediately attack them. So you're going to shoot at this person through the murder holes.
So do I have to roll a sanity save then, and then I take a stress when I fail?
Yes.
Okay.
If you pass, you don't have to do the death
Well, I
wish.
failed.
Okay. You
I'm not
immediately
even going to roll the other one. It's like, well, it's a 40-something.
take a stress. What weapon do you have that's a projectile?
Trank gun.
You don't have a...
He also has a revolver now.
You got a revolver now, remember?
Yeah, but I want to tranquilize them because it's more efficient.
You can shoot it.
Yeah.
Body save or unconscious. You just out of nowhere, out of this little slit in the wall,
Yeah.
you shoot a dart at this woman, 28. She succeeds and holds her arm and goes, "Ah! What the?
I haven't
What the hell?
rolled the attack, but okay.
What?
I haven't rolled the attack.
Oh, sorry, roll the attack."
Yeah, I've got to see if I hit or not.
No, that was a failed sanity, right?
56. Fail.
So the dart flies past and hits the wall, and this woman looks up and goes, "Damn it!" And she tears off north, through the door, through the Crown Complex, and disappears. What do you do?
I keep going north.
You go north into the Crown Complex. She runs through those little rooms that you see into. Then she goes into a door, and your tunnel ends.
Oh. I can't follow her.
No.
I'm going to sit down and make my sample.
Okay, and 15 minutes go by. Oh boy. Let's go to the factory, shall we? Charlie and Dorian, you run past these sampler, which you both passed, correct? Did you not?
We passed the body saves, yeah.
Yep.
So you were not damaged, and they were not able to take your flesh or a sample.
Well, getting back out is going to be a bitch.
Yeah, that's the only way. All right, here we go.
Wait, there were secret tunnels in this room, right?
There are secret tunnels,
There are, yes.
which we may know about, but unfortunately...
We saw the map.
We are. Lurking in the secret tunnels
Yeah, there's
is an
issues there.
android that wants to drag us to the...
That's a problem. But we don't know that part yet.
Yeah. So we're fine.
He didn't say I wanted to drag you. He said
You had a compulsion.
my compulsion is
That's
to take you there because it'll have all of our answers.
Yeah, it's like you would be doing it. I found it. I
Yeah.
found this. Yeah, follow me.
Doing a favor.
It's not like you're forcefully
Yeah, yeah.
bringing them in.
Much like the serum, we can just say no.
So this full power, this room is in full power. You see pounding presses and hissing metal molds are piercing your ears. The noise is deafening. You can only hear each other when standing right next to each other. And you see 3 scouts patrolling the perimeter. They're following the catwalks above. It's like a 3-tiered factory level. You're on the bottom level. They begin just scanning and following this. If you sit there for a little minute, they look like they're going through a certain path.
Now, I shot one of these earlier,
You did?
and it went down in one hit.
You did. So 1 wound.
And it's very loud in here. You said borderline deafening, right?
Yeah.
So I could theoretically kill, unless they've got, they might have like some sort of communication system, I guess. But we could try and just kill these scouts and then deal with the sentry when we come to it.
The sentry's behind the door you ran through, which you closed.
No, the one that's we can't see yet.
Soldier.
That's a soldier,
The
mate.
sphincter gun.
A soldier,
You
rather.
can't see it.
Can't see it.
Get rid of it. Forget what you saw.
Yeah.
You just see these scouts.
Are they gonna have?
They might.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have a crack again.
They might try and stop us if we shut down the jammer.
That's a good point.
If there's one thing they're here for.
Well, wouldn't the jammer mean that they can't communicate with each other?
No, the jammer is on.
Yeah. So if the jammer's on, then they can't communicate with each other, right?
The jam has been on this whole time.
The jammer's been on this whole time.
It's just jamming everything else.
It's jamming long-range comms, not short-range comms.
Marmalade.
So on this ground floor, you hear a whirl of industrial robotics that render traversal dangerous. In the center of the northern wall, you see a catwalk leads to the reactor. 1 soldier that you saw guards the reactor doors. 1 soldier.
Yeah.
The main floor is a series of metal grate catwalks and gantries to the different zones of the production line. You see stairs leading up to the foreman's office right in front of you. The top layer, flying above, is busy with drone traffic. You see transit vents that you saw before crossing above a suspended pathway leading from the factory below to the eastern wall. And they're disappearing into the wall. And just out of your perception, a little tiny spider, inch by inch, is crawling in those vents. It's just a callback for Josh. But the spider is just slowly making hours and hours making its way through this system.
The spider will save you all, and then you'll feel stupid.
Yeah, when Spencer gives me like CPR or something,
Yeah.
I'll regret all my decisions.
Of course, Spencer won't be saving you. Spencer will be saving your clone that's going to come back in 6 hours.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
So you see the pipes coming in from the refinery, leads to the materials molding in the southwest quarter,
Okay.
and over that area is lots of hot fumes coming from that area.
Can I suggest? I'm gonna yell over the thing. I suggest we try to get over there through the production line somehow. We'll have our weapons at the ready. But if we can do this quietly, let's do it quietly. And if we have to go loud, we'll go loud.
Okay. Let's do it.
Is there a way to traverse the production line, like out of range or like sort of not under the scouts? Because you said they're kind of following a path, right?
Yeah, you can wait a turn until they go to the other side, and then you can walk either to the soldier that's guarding the entrance to reactor terminals, or you can go up the stairs to the foreman's office.
I think probably foreman's office is the way to go with that one, which is not near the soldier.
Yeah. The foreman's office may have
Controls.
controls.
Yeah.
Shut it off from a distance.
Alrighty. Let's go. You walk forward and you climb these stairs to the foreman's office.
Can I... Sorry.
You want to do anything before you
Yeah. Can I give myself a shot of the stabilization serum?
You haven't done it yet? Yeah,
No.
you can do it now.
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
What hour are we at?
We are now at hour 5.
So I'm making a note that I'm taking the stabilization serum at hour 5, right?
Yes. Delaying it by 1 hour.
Cool.
So you're at now hour 4. and you've already mutated, so that's just staying there. John,
Yes.
you've also delayed an hour.
Yep.
However,
But my hour was earlier.
your hour is now.
Yep.
Your mutations begin to manifest,
Yep.
and you feel on the side of your shoulder these little bulging eyes begin to appear, and this tiny little mouth, and perhaps little vestigial arms and legs growing out of your shoulder. Make a body save at advantage, please.
Make a body save to reabsorb it and assert dominance.
Simon, same time, same hour. Your fingers be long.
Is this after or I've made my sample so that I can re-inject myself?
Not yet. It's just before.
Did you say disadvantage?
Advantage.
Advantage. Okay, good.
So you two are going into your 4th hour mutation.
Oh, I pass.
Good. You do not panic. John,
I fail.
please roll a panic and take a stress first.
I'm at 15.
There's another callback here because when, like, if there's twins in utero
Yes.
and one twin absorbs the other,
Yes.
it's chimerism,
Wow.
and there was a chimera
Oh.
before.
John, if you had eaten your little twin,
Yes?
you would have skipped ahead
Yeah.
and
Like-
began mutating
Jeepers
quickly.
Christ. Okay. Okay, so... And in stress, you want to roll over your number.
Over your... What is your current...
15.
You have to
Oh,
roll
that's a lot of
above
stress.
15.
4. I'm panicking.
You become overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and all your actions for 1d10 minutes,
All right, disadvantage from now on.
1 minute, are at disadvantage.
Okay, that's not bad.
You permanently raise your minimum stress by 1.
Are you sure I'm not at disadvantage because I've got a face growing out of my arm?
Can it make sounds? Does it have vocal cords yet?
Let's not get into that.
I feel like that's who's been saying, eat me.
Yeah. And
I'm shooting myself after we do this. After we shut the machine down, I'll just see you in 6
Gonna
hours.
punch my ticket.
Bang.
you open the door to the foreman's area, and flanking the door are 2 of the soldier-like creatures on their arms and legs. And just ahead of that, you see an old woman with grey, short black hair with greying sides, spectacles, and a wizened old face. And she says, "Welcome, friends. I am glad you have come. We have much to discuss. And we'll see you next time."
Yeah, that's fucked.
Okay, mental note, John. Hey, asshole. Next episode. Soon as you shut off the jammer, you're shooting yourself in the head.
What, can you cut your own twin out while it's not an issue?
Well, my entire body's mutating. It's not like it's gonna.
Yeah, I just thought maybe it'd help for a bit without having to,
Yeah.
fully punch your own ticket.
So
you know?
Charlie's body, over the next few hours, is going to split in half and become 2 small versions of himself that will be conjoined and sloshing around the place, giggling at each other.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot myself in the head before that happens.
Holy crap, here we are.
So hold on.
Session
Andrew.
1.
So there are several different mutants
Yes?
that are described.
Let's go. Let's list them out. What do you have?
We have the prolonged anus one holding a brain in its hand.
With elongated fingers and tendrils and arachnid-like
Arachnid
eyes.
We've got the hunchback one that's got shimmering unhinged jaw.
Yes?
We've got the detective one that's pointing a finger up and
Yes.
and can
That was
shimmer
butchered by a bone saw
Yeah.
by Simon.
and shimmers and can disguise itself.
Yes?
What are the other ones?
There's 4 of them. Have you described 4?
I think that was 4.
And I happen to have picked a character
Yes?
whose whole thing was that he's got a little mutated little fetus in a jar that
Yes.
represents an alter ego inside his head.
And you can see in Alex Vinny's artwork that, yes, in fact, there's fully artworked versions of this character. Here it is.
So again, I've managed to pick.
Well, there was a number to choose from, and yeah, one of these things was just a horrible disfigurement that was,
But I've picked one that's relevant to my back. I've picked a backstory that applies to this
Sure.
I mean, obviously, I had.
I'm guessing mine's the arachnid eyes.
Yeah,
'cause you're a
you might.
spider, you're a spider friend.
Yeah. What about you, Dorian? Which one do you think you are? The hunchback rattlesnake one or the camouflagey one? I'll tell you, you've seen Achari. He had crystalline spikes and bloated skin.
And that was the camouflagey one, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so I guess I'm the
Hunchback.
cobra face snaky one.
Sure.
Interesting.
Well, final thoughts, Josh.
I don't like it. I don't want to experience this weird mutation.
So now that you're experiencing the compulsion.
I'm at 18 stress.
I know. Yeah, I know. But nothing bad happens when you get to 20. You just take damage in your stats beyond that.
Yeah.
But just, as John said, you can just carry out the end of the adventure to its point.
Oh, yeah.
Die.
We're going full throttle.
Die, and then come back and start with a clean slate for some of you.
It's Groundhog Day.
Is that as you as players, is that a strategy you're going to take part of?
Yeah, might as well. I left a note that will make me cooperative in the future.
Yes. Where was it again? In
I
the
left
labs.
it in the labs with the test tubes.
So if you do happen to all die or all just go to a point where you're not possibly saved, then I think we're just going to start all over again
Oh my God.
in the grand hallway, and we'll
Never-ending module.
we'll just, it's got as many chances as you want to beat this thing. But if you write down as much information or as you tell,
Yeah, if we just start being more trustworthy.
yeah, we'll just see how it plays out. It might be completely different.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It is like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Kind of.
What is your final thoughts, Sam?
I think it's like really creepy and eerie, and I like that.
Good.
I like the involvement of the characters in kind of how it's playing out and how it's kind of like key parts of the story. It's really cool. And it's also really creepy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like how you wrote in
Yeah?
the suggestion to kill the spider.
No, that was Dr. Damali.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Namali.
You can thank Chris for that. I gave Chris, look, here are the characters.
Oh.
And Chris said, I can modify the HTML console to have their names and descriptions of them. And that was, I said, do it. Do it.
And
Amazing.
And then you wrote the suggestion for the killing the spider?
No, I believe that was one of Chris's ideas.
Okay. All
You can
right,
thank Chris for that.
Forgiven for now.
I have washed my hands of it. I love the spider.
I have a belief that Andrew will regularly try and find ways to kill pets and companions. So,
Yeah, it is in my wheelhouse.
Just
Yes.
so that he
Crush you
doesn't,
slowly.
What, because of the cat?
well, so that he doesn't have to role play them or manage their stats.
That's my cat, man. No.
Yeah.
It's a common theme, but
Sci-fi games.
yeah.
Cat, scat, and
This is definitely a...
bat. I mean,
There are plenty of rooms you have not gone in together. There are plenty of other Easter eggs hidden throughout this adventure. We will find out next time in parts 4, 5, and 6. Thank you all for listening. We have been Nobody Wake the Bugbear, John, Samantha, and Josh, and myself, Andrew the Warden. We will see you next time.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. Remember to subscribe and like and all that stuff I forget to say during the episode, but please.
No, wait, hold on. Oh, I can't wait to play some Mothership. What are we doing? What's the module?
Yeah, no. When we play it where all of us just do it again, forgetting everything, and we just one by one play it out. No, we're not going to do that because that'll take too much time.
it's also really hard to forget.
Yes, what we will do is
Clone ourselves.
we will fast track things. We'll think, what's you likely to do? You go here, you go back to the labs. Charlie goes to smash. But
To smash the thing.
But they're already
finds a note.
smashed.
Yeah.
And then you start smashing. Yeah, you stop.
Yeah, it's like the world's end when he like slips in the pee and then goes to punch the wall and sees that he's already punched it 19 years ago.
Oh, God. You guys didn't go to the shooting range. I was flabbergasted. Weapons. Remember?
Shooting range? No.
We've got weapons.
Josh is just shrugging his head.
I've got plenty of. I've got 12 shots left.
Yeah, remember I said barracks, mess hall, shooting range?
No, I was too focused on finding a toolkit.
Okay, good. All right, thank you all for listening. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. All right, here we go.
Voluptuous bio-drone. Yeah, why don't you draw a bearded teeter one?
Oh.
I only bought this because it was $2.
That's the good old
4x
good old
gold.
4x gold.
Yeah.
Josh is cracking.
Yeah. I know this isn't a cricket match, but
Come to the next one with
John,
a bucket on your head.
are you blowing? Pardon my French. Are you blowing into the mic?
no, he's just trailing it across the table.
All right, you ready?
What are there's I feel like there's another drink. There's 2 drinks for cricket specifically. There's 4x gold and there's something else. And I just can't remember what the other one is. 4x is definitely one of them.
A good hard, cold hard thirst. These are cold hard.
Willie's Wicket Whiskey.
Oh my god. There's
Matter
nothing
of
worse
fact,
than cricket.
I got it now. You can get it drinking.
It's fighting
You
work,
can get it thinking.
but not from me.
All right, ready?
Bum 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 ba 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 bum.
And we fade out as I need to go to the toilet. So in-game fade. If I can go to the toilet, I'll keep it. Keeping running.
Yeah.
Yeah, how silly will you feel when I save everyone, huh?
This is your.
All on my
this is great.
own. Spencer.
You've become the most compelling character in this game by far. So yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there's pretty equally compelling storylines going on. They're all just separate. None of them are intertwined, other than that we happen to wake up in the same
Basically.
place.
Yeah.
But yeah, this full letter. This is why I'm a genius. Okay. The mock turtle from Alice Through the Looking
For
Glass.
mock turtle soup.
Yeah, he's the mock turtle, and he cries because once he was a real turtle. So that clearly means you're a clone. Now that you've left the arms of the Duchess's nurse, you're eating biscuits, you piglet. The Duchess her baby is being held by the nurse, and it's an ugly baby. And then when Alice takes it out of the house, it turns into a piglet and runs away. So you are mutating. And eating biscuits as in, eat me, you grow bigger. One side of the mushroom will make you smaller. There may be a way to save you. You must only join the caucus race. Trust them. They know what they're doing. Happy unbirthday. Remember, you're a clone. You see?
That all makes
All
sense.
makes sense. Also, bandersnatchers and monstrous crows about.
Yeah.
They're scary monsters. If I pick that up, that's my excuse. If I died, I could just come back and read that and go, all right, and be perfectly cooperative. I'd understand everything. I'd be like, okay.
1 second.
Thank God Alice in Wonderland is full of copious nonsense. And there's a
Applicable
precedent.
to anything if you
Yeah.
if you massage it enough.
Yeah.
So sorry, pour your drink or whatever. As Simon, sorry, has been talking a lot, losing steam. Simon, as you enter this corridor, thank you. Simon, as you're entering this corridor, it fades out, and we come back.
Gyno, bro.
What?